Okay, today we're doing chapter 12, ratio, time and speed. Right, ratio. We use ratio to compare two quantities. So if you can see here, there's four triangles and two circles. So the ratio of triangles to circles is 4:1. That is not in its simplest form, however. Right, if you notice, each side can divide by 2. So 4 divided by 2 is 2, 2 divided by 2 is 1. So in its simplest form, that ratio is 2:1. Right? A ratio is normally expressed, in as whole numbers. So if a ratio is expressed with fractions, get a common denominator. Okay, so if you just want to pause now and take down the notes. Okay, so if your ratio is expressed with fractions, we get a common denominator. So you can see here a third is to 5/6. Right, a common denominator for a 3 and a 6 would be 6. So 3 into 6 goes twice, 2 times 1 is above the line. 6 into 6 goes once, 1 times 5. Okay, drop the common denominator because you've evened up both sides. 2 ones are 2 and 1 by 5 is 5. So that ratio is 2:5. Okay, another example there would be if you had something like 1/4 is to 2 3/8. So you make each of them a top-heavy fraction. So 4 ones are 4 and 1 is 5/4. 2 8s are 16 and 3 is 19/8. Then get your common denominator. So your common denominator is 8. So 4 into 8 goes twice. 2 times 5 is 10. 8 into 8 goes once. 1 times 19 above the line. Drop the 8. 2 tens are 20. So that's the same as 20 is to 19. Now what have I gone wrong there? That's 2 5s, sorry, and 2 5s are 10 is to 19. Okay, right, that's that. Example 1 then, using ratio, right, as example. So if you just want to pause again and write that into your notes copy. Right, now example 1. Right, divide 1,890 euros in the ratio 2:3:1. So you're dividing it among 3 people. Right, the first person is going to get 2 parts. The second person is going to get 3 parts. And the third person is going to get 4 parts. So in total, there is 9 parts. So you want to split it into 9 parts. So 2 plus 3 plus 4 equals 9 parts. So you want to get what 1 part is. So you want to divide 1,890 into 9 parts. So 1,890, you want to divide it into 9 parts. Right, so that's 210 euros. So that means 1 part is equal to 210 euros. And 2 parts is equal to, multiply that by 2, 420 euros. 3 parts, multiply 210 by 3 and you get 630 euros. And 4 parts, multiply 210 by 4 and you get 840 euros. And if you want to check your answer, just make sure that the 3 parts add up to 1,890. Pause now to take down your notes. Okay. Right, example 2. Right, in a school, the ratio of boys to girls is, in a school, the ratio of boys to girls is, we'll say 5:2. Right, and if there are 250 boys, how many girls are there? Okay, so 5 parts is what you're told. You're told about the boys, and the boys have 5 parts, the girls have 2 parts. So you know 5 parts is 250. Okay, go down to one part. So to go from 5 down to 1, you divide by 5. And if you do it on that side, you must do it on this side. So divide it by 5. So 1 part is equal to 50, right? And the girls is 2 parts. So 2 parts, to go from 1 up to 2, you multiply by 2 and multiply this side by 2, and you get multiplied by 2. So 2 5s are 100, or 2 50s are 100. So there's 100 girls. If they ask you for the total number of students in the school, the total number of students is 7 parts, 5 and 2 make 7. So you would multiply 1 part by 7 and get 350.